The very first thing you did as the Supreme Demon Emperor was shed your name and quietly marry Ruyin, the Grand Empress. Yet that very same night, you awakened a divorce system. Divorce and half your cultivation would be taken by your spouse. But you'd receive it back 10,000-fold, unrivaled beneath the heavens. But what the system didn't know was that you had long since grown weary of slaughter. All you wanted now was to live an ordinary life. 1,000 years passed. You had 2 daughters and a son, and life felt full and content. But on the very day your wife ascended the throne, she announced in front of everyone that she wanted a divorce. Give me one reason. I'm sorry, this is my fault. I've just awakened the Immaculate Emperor's seat. If I want to grow stronger, I must sever all desire and attachment. With that, Liu Ruyin closed her eyes, not daring to meet your gaze. Hearing this, you only felt it was laughable. Between her cultivation, you and her own children. Your wife had chosen her cultivation. At that moment, Liu Ruyin's master, Lin Qingsui, suddenly pressed her urgently. Ruyin, we can't waste any more time. Your emperor's aura is nearly complete. If anything disrupts it now, you may never reach the very peak. Before her words even finished, Lin Qingsui suddenly felt a terrifying surge of killing intent, converging directly on her. With lightning speed, she snapped her gaze toward the source of that bone-chilling pressure. It was you, the one who hadn't even reached the Emperor realm. Just then, Liu Ruyin hurriedly spoke, her voice pleading. I'm begging you, for the sake of everything between us all these years, let me go. You fixed your gaze on Liu Ruyin, and then, with a surge of your Emperor's sense, you forced your way directly into her soul sea. Tell me, is someone forcing you into this? This was your last grasp at hope. Liu Ruyin was stunned. She had already broken through to the Grand Emperor realm. Only someone many times more powerful than her could forcefully breach into her soul sea like this. Liu Ruyin stared at her husband with disbelief. But the next instant, her eyes hardened again. No, I'm sorry. Your expression went ice cold. Then I wish you every success. You raised your arm, and the heaven's mark that had bound you, as cultivation partners all those years ago, shattered. The system chimed suddenly. Congratulations, host. Divorce successful. Of your combined cultivation, Liu Ruyin's share is nearly negligible. Host will immediately have close to half your cultivation transferred away. In the blink of an eye, half your cultivation vanished. While Liu Ruyin's cultivation, which had just barely entered the Grand Emperor realm, leapt straight to the 3rd substage of the Grand Emperor realm. Lin Qingsui stood there slack-jawed. A divine technique. This is an absolute divine technique. Ha ha ha! The Immaculate Emperor's seat truly does require severing all desire. This divorce was absolutely the right call. System, million-fold cultivation return. Successful. However, 1,000,000 times half the host's cultivation is simply too overwhelming to release at once. The system will store it within the host's soul sea. Withdraw however much you need, whenever you need it. Friendly reminder, the current world simply cannot withstand a full release of your power all at once. If you did, the world would collapse. So please exercise some restraint, and try not to accidentally wipe out every living soul in existence. Looking at the system prompt, you felt no joy whatsoever, because right now, your 3 children, some were sobbing, some stood in silence. Daddy, I don't want you to leave. You gently stroked your youngest daughter's forehead. Don't cry, sweetheart. Daddy will